I know what you're thinking, Sonic 2 in HD. Whoa! So cool. It's Sonic 2 HD fan project. Alright. So, let's get some factoids about this. There's an entire team dedicated to this game. And they got an entire website. It's actually been a project that's been a few years in the making now. I actually heard about this a while back. I didn't look into it at the time because I don't know. I don't actually have a good reason for that. I don't have a good reason for much of what I do with my life. Anyway, you want to hear more about the game. So, what is the game like? Is it good? Is it great? Is it the best thing ever? Well, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I think the one thing you should probably go into this with is the mindset that this is mostly, I stress mostly because it's not all, but mostly a complete graphical overhaul of Sonic 2. And that being said, it is a great graphical overhaul. They completely restylized every single piece of architecture when it comes to the visuals of the game. The game looks stunning, and they actually, it was weird. At first, I wasn't sure if I liked the art style, but then I realized what they did. What they did was, instead of adapting the sprite work from Sonic 2, they adapted the character art, like the actual artwork, into the sprites for the HD, creating this almost like moving picture style for the game. It's very, very upscale in its visual presentation, making it look very distinctive from basically any other Sonic game I've ever played when it comes to this style. Most Sonic games tend to go with sprite work, obvious sprite work. This, I mean, I believe they're technically still considered sprites, but they don't look like it. It's very, 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 very drastic when it comes to the changes. In addition, I do want to stress, again, it's not just a visual upgrade. They did change a couple things when it comes to level layout, trying to fix a few of the inherent flaws with Sonic 2. Certain aspects about the level design, for example, this lava part that almost always you get stuck and have to wait for the lava to go down. Yeah, the lava doesn't come up nearly fast enough for that to happen anymore, which is nice. I like that. Also, the chemical plant zone boss. Yeah, remember how I said in my review of Sonic 2, if you remember that from years and years ago, I mentioned how it's so easy because you can just bounce on top of them? Well, now they've made it so that you can no longer do that. So you actually have to try. And that threw me off a little bit. I was like, oh no, I actually have to... What? No, how dare you, you monsters! Also, they did have the courtesy to remix the music for the entire game, and in fact, make individual tunes for the individual acts, not just the zones. So that's a nice touch, I do like that. That being said, the game is still not complete in any way. There are only 3 zones available. There's Emerald Hill, the first level, then there's Chemical Plant, the second level, and then there's... Hilltop Zone? That's... What? Wait, that's... You skipped some stages, guys. What? Why did you... I don't understand. Okay, I'm not gonna judge developers for the order in which they produce levels. Maybe Hilltop Zone was either easier, or maybe they wanted to show off their lava effects, which do look amazing, and they could really only do that with Hilltop Zone, so I follow that logic as well. If there's any real flaws, I would say right now, it's that other than the slight level tweaks, it's still pretty much bare bones Sonic 2 when it comes to the gameplay, so you're not going to be getting anything new and exciting. And the other big thing I noticed is that even if you play as Solo Tails, much like with the original Sonic 2, you still can't fly as him. Now, I understand that there's might be a need for that because flying might kind of break certain elements of the levels, but I don't think it would be that bad. It's not like where you could do it as Knuckles when you did the lock-on thing with the original Genesis and he completely shattered a lot of the levels with his, flying abilities. I don't think Tails would be that bad if you timed it correctly. Anyway, it's a minor, complaint coming from me, and I can see they might be planning on doing that. It's hard to say because they're not even halfway done when it comes to the level design. In fact, special stages haven't even been implemented at all, though their most recent update, which just happened this past month, does indicate they are presently working on testing the special stages to try to get them working in the next demo they release. Another weird thing that happened, and I don't know whether it was just me, but I swear there are times when I have hit the jump button and it just doesn't. Just doesn't. I don't know. It's the strangest thing. So you might want to look into like some kind of jump delay going on, or I don't know. I couldn't really get it to happen like recreate it, so I don't really know the specifics of this particular bug. But it did happen once or twice during my 3 playthroughs. I guess I was hoping for a little bit more from it because, you know, when you revamp a game like this, you kind of want it to do some extra things, and so far, other than the minor tweaks to the levels, it is still just Sonic 2, but at the same time, if it isn't broke, don't fix it. It's not like with Sonic 06, where there's all this stuff they have to change to make it actually good. Sonic 2 was already good. So they're just, you know, upscaling the graphics to make it look more modern. And I can't really fault the project for that mentality. And again, I stress, it's not finished, so it's kind of hard for me to say one way or the other in terms of what they're going to implement. I just feel like there's other stuff they could do with it to make it a lot better. But they are a small team working on a pet project, so frankly, even if they just get it done with the visual upgrades and the new music, I don't think I'm gonna, you know, dock any points off for that. And I do think if you're a fan of Sonic 2, or even just a fan of Sonic in general and haven't played Sonic 2, then this might be worth a try just to get your feet wet, because it is an interesting style game, it looks gorgeous, and it is a lot of fun to play. But that being said, if you see this and it looks pretty cool, give it a try. I will leave a link to their website in the description where you can download the latest demo. Also, speaking of links in the description, you should probably follow me on Twitter, and maybe, here's a thought, maybe subscribe. I'm just making a lot of videos lately, and I would love it if you could subscribe and hit the bell so you know there's videos here. I don't even know why there's a second step to subscribing anymore. I don't get that. Why does YouTube hate everybody? Oh well. Anyway, but you know who doesn't hate everybody? Me. Especially you guys for watching this video. You guys are awesome. Till next time, this is Darkness. I bid you all a fond farewell.